We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Denver Broncos. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lock, open man, he completes it to Judy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. And he'll be close to a 1st down at the Chargers 44. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
He's going to keep it again. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Block working out of the gun. That's going to be caught by Judy. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
An option handoff here to Dobbins. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Jackson. Open man, it's Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
He's brought down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Los Angeles.
Jackson from the shotgun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again, Jackson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, Jackson. And this is incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up
The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. And And his kick is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now, penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. He'll look to throw right away. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 40.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
3. Broncos nothing.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one down to the 36. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now to the air, Locke. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now this time Locke will throw. Flushed out right. A bullet throw, but incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
For the field goal, a 58-yard attempt.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple of yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. Room here to run. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 11 yards there. First down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Jackson. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers.
Touchdown,
Keenan Allen. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Chargers 10, Broncos nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he's going to have a Broncos first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
At the 47-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 1.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will have a Broncos first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Lock now, going to hang on to it. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Good for a Denver Broncos.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Now this time he'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on third and goal from the 1. Throwing now is locked. That's caught at the 2. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jerry Jeudy in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Chargers 10, Broncos 7.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Charger drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
He's going to look down and got his man complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Charger drive about to get going. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. So the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Now this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Shedding the tackle. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. The Charger D making things difficult, and it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to them.
Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Second and goal at the Chargers' 2-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Lock. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Come on now. Phillip Lindsay, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, Jackson. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. They dialed up a 3rd and 1 blitz defensively. It worked.
Yeah, and a lot of people would think, hey, they thought pass and they guessed right. In a lot of cases, you bring the blitz just to mess up the blocking on a running play. Instead, in this situation, the run wasn't there. They just followed everything right back to the quarterback.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Not much there, only a yard.
At the 40-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Quick throw here to Hilton. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And picked up by the Chargers.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
Oh, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. Welcome back now to Denver. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said, and look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome.
On the keeper.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 17-yard line.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
On the tackle. A gain of 14.
First Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he's got room. He's at the 40. The 20. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And now Jackson will look to throw it. That's going to be caught by Reed. Touchdown, Chargers.
Complete to Jordan Reed.
Jordan Reed, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
The kicker on for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it.
16-yard line.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Inside of 2 minutes remaining in a 2-point ball game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. A field goal would tie it, but they want more. They're going for it.
54, check, watch 54, watch 54. 64, 64, 64. Hey,
They'll go for it. It's Locke. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts
It's a pickup
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
He was taken.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And this one is right through. And that will push the lead up to 5.
22.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jerry Tillery in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And his throw here's incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and long.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Now a desperation. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Good.
And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. They look to throw. It's Locke. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught at the 25. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Chargers, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.